It's the finals of the 2022 Carosella. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. Bagpipes are going here, ready to bring the competitors out onto the ice here. The walk is beginning. You'll see them come on to the ice out from the stairwell in just a moment. As they make their way down onto the ice now. Bagpipes going into the ice shed. You can see them now. All of the competitors gonna make their way out onto the hog line here. This is the finals. We've had a lot of great curling this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and now here today, Sunday. This is the last event. We'll have matches going on all four sheets here. We're here right above sheet 3, which means we have the A final. But let's take a look here. We're going to give you a bit of a rundown of everything up to this point. There were 12 teams this year, which means 3 pools of 4 teams. Pool A had Curl On Down in first. Curl On Down, the team out of Albany. They went 3-0 in their pool. The team that went 2-1 in that pool was Actual Retail Ice out of Schenectady. 1-2 was Team Januszewski, also out of Schenectady. 0-3 in that pool were the Big Wheel Peelers out of Cape Cod. In Pool B, the team that went 3-0 was the Cliffhangers out of Schenectady. 2-1, the Vice is Right team from Nutmeg out in Connecticut. 1-2, the Sweeping Beauties, one of the 2 Canadian teams from Metcalfe. And 0-3 in that pool. $1 retail price of the Albany clubs there. In Pool C, 3-0 was Come On Down Rink out of Schenectady. 2-1, Hole in 1 or 4 out of Albany. 1-2, the Rolling Stones. And 0-3, Team Dollins, Rolling Stones out of the other team out of Metcalfe, and Dollins here from Schenectady. So this morning we had 3 playoff matches, semifinals in the A bracket. Come On Down Rink defeated the Cliffhangers, so they will play Curl On Down here on sheet A, or sheet C3, excuse me. In the B event, the Vice is Right defeated Actual Retail Ice in an extra end. They'll play Hole in 1 or 4 on sheet number 2. The C event, the Rolling Stones beat the Sweeping Beauties in the Battle of Metcalfe. They'll play Team Januszewski on sheet number 1. And the D event, the Cliffhangers and Actual Retail Ice, the losers in the semifinals of A and B events. They're playing in the D final over on sheet number 4. They're passing out the pins right now. The shots, excuse me. We gotta take there. Going through all of the classic moves of a curling Bonspiel. This great Scottish sport. We're proud to hold the traditions here. And there's the toast. And the drink. And now, looks like we are soon to get started here. So here on sheet 3, that's where we're perched. We're in the warm room here, right above the near side where the curlers currently are. And then in the red stones here in this one, we have Curl On Down, the team out of Albany. Albany Curling Club. Nancy Dershler the lead, Martha Neighbor the second, Wendy Berger the vice, and Marilyn Goldstein the skip of that team. And they'll be going up against Come On Down Rink out of Schenectady, the home club here. Kirsten Hodgson the lead, Emily Irk the second, Catherine Eichholz the third, and Kirsten Eichholz the skip. Those are the teams here taking the practice lines right now. We'll get into it in just a moment here. The finals of the 2022 Carosella here from the Schenectady Curling Club in Schenectady, New York. By virtue of the tiebreaker being the draws that took place on Friday night, Curl On Down went straight through to the finals. They did not have to play this morning. Could be a bit of an advantage towards Come On Down rink because they are in practice. They played this morning at the 8:30 a.m. draw, the semifinals. And Curl On Down did not, and based on the coin flip, Come On Down rink will have the hammer in the first end here. Just ready to take the first shot here of this A final. Pushes out of the hack, and we are underway. The line given just to the inside of the 8-foot circle on the left side. This one has plenty of weight on it. Sweeps are not near it. They seem to think that this has a lot on it. Sheet freshly scraped and freshly pebbled, so it is going to be pretty slow. Now this one actually will go just past the tee line here. In the 4-foot circle, and that's the first one here. Pretty simple takeout. Land now, as that one is not in the free guard zone. Hodgson now, her first. No sweeping just yet. Quarter of the way up. They're letting it go. It's got a curl. It's just outside the TV line right now. Starting to come in. Sweeping now 2/3 of the way. Let's see. This one is over curling just a touch. Should be good here. And they will hit that one on the nose. The yellow stone coming to rest on the TV line, just biting the button there. Come On Down rink, the Schenectady team in the yellow. Curl On Down, the team out of Albany, in the red. There's her second here. Let's see if she can throw a guard. Bringing the line in just a touch. They're playing a takeout. Having a bit of confusion here. And this is what we were worried about. They did not play in a semifinal match, so they have not played since 2:30, approximately last night. Or rather, afternoon. This one here on the TV line, getting swept from the inside, 2/3 of the way there. It comes to the hog line. It's starting to curl a whole lot. Is it going to hold? Let's see. This one will just nick it. The yellow stone is inside. The red stone being swept onto the back line. It looks like it is just biting, so it'll stay in play outside of the house. The yellow stone in the 12-foot back left corner. Hey, they're looking like this one's going to be coming from the left to the right. The in turn here. To have stones on either side of the house and make it difficult for takeout opportunities. Pretty warm day here. It's been warm all weekend, and today is no exception. Our glass here in the warm room is starting to fog a little bit. You can still see this one a little long, and that's going to get swept all the way out there. Bit of a missed opportunity, you would think. Now the seconds will get their turn to throw here. Listed as the second for Curl On Down at Albany, it's Martha Neighbor. Wearing the blue. Only competitor here on this sheet in the blue, so for those of you watching at home, you'll be able to tell that's her. Pushes out of the hack here. This one lined up, just biting the 4. So it might go to the other end of the 4. Just a little bit of sweeping here from the inside. Both sweeps now on it here. 3/4 of the way down the ice, just about to get to the hog line here. And this one will be guard weight. When they get over to the TV line, we'll see. Now they're going to leave it there. Very, very high guard. Now Eichholz wants her to draw this one in behind that guard. Bury it on that same line. This one's out here now. Halfway home, no sweeping just yet. This one, they're just going to leave it here. It does appear to have more than enough weight. Could slow down because of the earliness of this one. Just in the first end here, no score, and that one will come to rest, biting the 4 foot just in front of the tee line. A little bit of over curl, could potentially try and take it out from the outside. That's the plan here that Maxine has given. Cuts up her brush to the outside, and we'll see if Weaver can deliver this one here. Steps into the hack. It's only fitting then that with the rivalry that exists between Schenectady and Albany as cities, at the final of this Carosella Bonspiel is played between a rink from Albany and a rink from Schenectady. This one's out here. No sweeping just yet, but they are closely following it here. Want to let it curl. It's way outside the TV line right now, just about to get to the hog line. Here it is, sweeping from the outside, trying to promote the curl. And this one will not curl enough. It'll hit that stone in the back of the 12. Leave the red one in on the center line in the 12 foot. In the back of the house. That's not the worst shot in the world, but Eichholz wants this one right on the button, maybe a little bit in front. That's the line just outside of the 8 foot circle. This one's away here. 25%. Sweeping it just a third of the way up. Not too hard of the sweeping right now, but they seem to think they need to get it there. It's coming in nicely from the curl. Seems a touch heavy. It could curl all the way around and miss everything. And it looks like it's going to come to rest in the 8 foot circle there. Not a bad result by any means. And that is pretty well hidden behind that guard and then that yellow stone in the house. Goldstein wants this one on the button. Let's see if they can deliver now. And curl on down the rink at Albany. Albany is the capital of the state of New York. Some people might think it's New York City being the largest city, but it is not. It is Albany, and it has been Albany for the longest time. Albany is a couple hours north of New York City along the Hudson River. And if you go a little north of Albany, about 8 to 10 miles north, we'll reach the confluence of the Hudson River and the Mohawk River. The Mohawk River is the river that Schenectady lies on, just to the northwest of Albany. So now we're in the Vice Stones. Wendy Berger. This one is curling a whole lot. They're trying to prevent this one from hitting that guard in the front. They should be able to get around it. It is curling a whole lot, though. I think they might just lose it here. Let's see. It just bumps it, and they're going to try and sweep it up. But no, that will not get the job done. Mohawk River, an important shipping route. It is the start of the Erie Canal. The Hudson River is navigable up to just past Albany in the city of Troy, home of RPI. RPI is one of our favorite institutions here. They host their college spiel here, and they curl here regularly. Got some former RPI curlers here in this event, although I'm not sure there are any in this particular match. So this one here, it's got guard weight there on it from about a quarter of the way. They're going to be on it hard. Let's see if they can get this one into a good location. It's starting to curl a whole lot. I think it might be around the red guard if it can get the distance. It is just around that one. They can try and get it into the house here if they really sweep hard, and then it is there. They have gotten this one into the house. That'll bite the 8 foot, and that is a very nice shot there. Mohawk River. It's the start of the Erie Canal. The first lock of the Erie Canal is in Troy, just north of Albany. And then it cuts over, and through the Mohawk River there are a couple of locks. And then it continues on westward all the way over to Buffalo. And then further into Lake Erie, I believe. Yes, Lake Erie. Lake Erie is the one that's directly west of Buffalo. Lake Ontario is the one that's north of here. Now this Berger's second stone here, her last in the first end. No score so far. Currently sitting 3 to yellow. Come on down rink out of Schenectady. The yellow stones curl on down. Albany, the red stones. This one they could try and promote this one into the 4-foot or even the button here. They're going to sweep hard. That one will get the job done. Just barely. Very good sweeping. And that will be now sitting 1 red for the team from Albany. It's going to be an attempted takeout here right down Broadway. There's stones on either side of the center line. Inside of the TV lines on either side. They're going to try and cut it right down the middle here and hit that red stone just put into play. And they'll see. Catherine Eichholz now. And they're on this one really early. Throwing a little bit narrow. It's going to come into the center line in just a second here. It's 2/3 of the way up. I think it will end up hitting that one guard. And let's see what the bounces do. Just a little bit of a bounce. It was thrown that much wide. And that yellow stone thrown does not quite make its way into a biting position, but that might hang around and do something later. People may think, the Erie Canal, an 1800s institution that made a lot of the Great Lakes cities important shipping routes, because then you could, get the goods from there to New York without having to go through the St. Lawrence and then around. A lot of those Great Lakes cities formed off of that. You'd think the Erie Canal is no longer active, but you can still go through. Locks are active and will open on demand. Here somewhat near Schenectady, in Niskayuna, which I guess might technically be where the Schenectady Curling Club is. There is Lock 7. You can drive right up to it. There's parking, and then you can watch them flood the lock or drain it to bring boats up. There's Goldstein now. Skip of curl on down. That Albany Curling Club jacket. The teal. This one, well outside the TV line, 75% of the way there. It's got to curl. It is curling, certainly curling here. Does it have good distance? They could sweep it here. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to sweep this one in, and that will be a lovely draw. I'm not sure that is in front of the yellow. No one seems to know, but they're going to play it as if it is, probably. They're going to try and hit this double. If they hit right in the middle, both of them will potentially go away. The only problem, that leftward red stone could end up hitting that yellow stone in the 4-foot circle. So they'll have to be careful here. Kirsten Eichholz down the ice now, ready to throw her first of 2 in the first end. Connected to the former headquarters of GE. There's still some activity going on there, but Schenectady is known as the Electric City as a result. Eichholz now, her first, thrown with plenty of weight. They are going to go for this takeout here. Third of the way. Let's see. It is starting to curl just a touch. It does need to curl plenty more, though. I think it will just glance off of that right rock. It does. They're going to sweep it. And they've swept it, I think. That's just biting the 4-foot. So it will be... It's one of those 2 rocks in the front on the 4-foot that is shot rock. Goldstein is not sure which one it is. I think they need to play it as though it is the come on down rink rock that is shot rock here. You cannot let that be there at the end. You can't play assuming that that's not shot rock and then end up getting screwed by it. So we'll have to see what the shot they want is here. Come on down, rink in the yellow does have a hammer here in this first end. So this will be Goldstein's last rock, and then Eichholz will have one more. So we'll have to see here. It's very regional rivalry, just a couple miles separating the two rinks. Goldstein the lefty. This one's coming in very wide, trying to play a draw here. Let's see, it's going to start curling in. It does not have great weight. They're going to sweep it from the outside, try and promote the curl. Also get it a little bit better, and they've stopped sweeping now. Back on it now here. This one will just come up short. Thrown very far to the outside with very little rock action there. Plenty of friction was generated. So, from our view, it seems as though it is a dead tie, but you'll have to note that this camera is not directly over the button. It is a little bit towards the front of the house, which could make that red rock seem to be a little closer than it actually is. You're not sure, and you can't measure until the end of the end, so they'll have to make a decision here. Do they want to treat it as theirs or not? Capital Region is the name for this general metropolitan area here. Albany and Schenectady are the two principal cities. We also got cities such as Troy, the aforementioned home of RPI. Albany is one of the big suburbs, Niskayuna, Clifton Park. And if you go further north, you find resort towns such as Ballston Spa and Saratoga. This one's away, the last stone of the first end here. Saratoga, a great horse racing location. From a third of the way on, they're sweeping this one hard. This one does not look like it has great weight. It's one they need to get it hard, and they're just going to give up. This one is not even to the hog line. They'll have to see whose this is. And it looks like they might call for a measurement here. They are calling for a measurement. Indeed, they are making sure that no one takes those two rocks away. It will either be scoring one to curl on down or one to come on down rink. Some early drama here, just the first end, and we're already getting a measurement here. So we'll wait and see. It will be 1 point to either team. But will it be 1 point to come on down rink, team from Schenectady, or will it be to curl on down out of Albany? Will it be the steal or not? Put it in the button here now. Let's see. Both of these halfway on to the 4 foot. Have to see which stone is just that marginal bit closer here. From our view, it certainly appears to be yellow. But we are not certain until they are certain. So we'll have to see here. Not happy with the measurement. Going to bring it out a little more. All right, and now, there you go. They've taken their measurement. We cannot see much better than you can. I think it might be the yellow one here. It's certainly close. I think it might be yellow. Let's see. It really is that close. And which stone will they put into the house? They're going to take another measurement here. It really is that close. Now, which stone will it be? Is it going to be a tied end? What is it going to be here? A tie would result in a blank end, correct? Yeah. They're going to take a third pass around here. This is the final. This is the A final. They want to make sure they get any point they can. Although at this point, I think it might be a better decision to just take a blank end and call it a day. But if you're getting a potential steal here, you don't want a blank end. Let's see here. All right, are they happy with that measurement? Are they happy with that measurement there? All right, they're happy with it. Now let's see. The yellow stone, are they happy with this measurement? Let's see, what is the decision? They're still looking. Still looking here. Please don't go around a fourth time. They're gonna bring it. They're gonna bring it out a little more so that it depresses it just more. They're gonna go around a fourth time, ladies and gentlemen. I've never seen this in all of my 3 days of curling commentary. It really is that close. I'm not sure it's clearly either color if they're still deciding here. All right, are they happy with that measurement? Are they happy with it yet? Yes, they're happy with it. Now let's see yellow. Who's it going to be? At this point, just call it a blank end. People putting their hands up in disbelief on the ice, wanting this one to just be over. They have no clue. I think they might just call it a drawn end. I think we have a tie here, folks. No, they're going around one more time. Utter disbelief from the crowd here. One more time around. They want to make sure they get this exactly right. But I don't know what more you can see. This one is a blank end. You would certainly think this is a blank end. They're pointing. They're pointing. Are they saying that it's a yellow? Are they saying it's yellow? Let's see. What is the call here? And it's a blank end. Well, it might be a blank end. They haven't put the stone in the middle, which is what you should do. Let's see if they put anything up on the board. Let's see here. Have they called yellow? And they've given the point to yellow. That is 1 to yellow. After 5 measurements, we finally have a decision. 1 point to come on down rink. They take 1 in that first end. After 1 end, come on down rink 1. Curl on down. No score. And straight into the first rock here. No waiting around because we did enough waiting around there. This one's going to be the intern here. Very smooth delivery going way down the ice. And they're going to start sweeping it 2/3 of the way down now. This one wanting to come down onto the center line. Eichholz is going to come up. 3 sweepers now, trying to get this one to come onto the center line. And they will do just that. That's going to just hug the center line. So now, this is going to be a draw, playing it with a little more weight, hoping to get it in behind that yellow stone. See what Driscoll can do here. And this one played with plenty of weight. They're not going to touch it. Now they're going to start. They seem to think that it was very heavy, but it has certainly come down a good amount. Whether it will come down enough is another question. Eichholz is going to sweep it, and that'll get it to the 12 foot, but that one is in, not quite buried. There is enough room, especially with how deep that stone is and how high the Yellowstone is, to potentially play the takeout, but I think Eichholz is content to get this one into the 4 foot behind their guard that they threw in the first shot. Now this one, another wide swinger here. Let's see, 2/3 of the way down. They're still watching it. No touch. 75% of the way. They are starting to sweep here, trying to bring this one in down around that guard that they threw onto the center line. This one going to get swept a little more into the 8-foot. It is wide open for the takeout here. They're going to try and take it out on the inside so that the red stone is not taken out instead. So then, let's see if Joshua can perform the takeout after performing the draw in the last shot. They're sweeping it hard from the start. They think this one is a little too narrow. It's holding on the TV line, and that shot they're trying to take out just inside the TV line, it's still holding. This is a great sweeping job. They need to let it come in a little more, and it does. It just misses the red stone. They needed to let it curl just a touch more. They were sweating a little bit once it made contact, but no harm done. That is a good takeout there. And it looks like now Ike Holes is calling for the takeout of her own. Oh, let's see here. This is the second for the Schenectady rink, Emily Irk. And she is down into the delivery, very smooth with it. Pops up. Halfway down, this one is looking a little wide here. It's got a curl. This one just inside the TV line, and the rock is just outside the TV line. Might make contact. It will make contact. Pretty head on. That got a lot of curl at the end, and that did the job. That one will just curl back, and I don't think it is biting, but it is close. It is certainly close. They'll have to take a look at the end, but right now that rock is not counting with the one red in the back. Off the neighbor now. It'll be hers. She passes off her stopwatch to her teammate. Drisher will now record the time. So now, Martha Neighbor. Here we are. This one, plenty of a wide trajectory. They're going to try and just watch this one here. 2/3 of the way down, still no sweeping. They're just going to leave it here. This one does not need anything. It is probably to the tee line. Oh, yeah, they're just going to leave it here. Mike Holes will sweep it just a little bit. Get it into the 8-foot, maybe even biting the 12. Yes. That one is just about frozen to the other stone they threw. Now, Ike Holes wants her rock frozen to it. It'll make it a very difficult takeout there with the red stones going away for the first two if that rock freezes properly. So we'll see. And Irk deliver on this one. This one, they need to sweep here. 2/3 of the way, they're going to start sweeping it. This one is coming down really, really heavy here. It is slowing down with immense pace. Decelerated very rapidly. This one will come onto the center line here. Onto the 8-foot. That is not a bad result by any means. Unfortunately, it is on the wrong side of the center line, leaving a potential takeout here. They need to make sure that they do not hit this particularly square. They need to make sure they hit it not just on the outside, because then that would hit a red stone out. So we'll see. And Neighbor deliver the shot required here. Good weight. This one does look a little narrow. They might need to start sweeping here. We're 1/3 of the way in. They are sweeping it hard, 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 hard. This one might just slip around that guard. And I think it will just slip around, and that will hit the red. And it will hit the yellow, and it'll go out. That is the right hitting angle that they were hoping for there. And let's see what the shot is now. We've already had enough drama for a whole match in just one end with that 5-time measurement. And we'll have to see if this match can deliver in the remaining 7 ends. Catherine Eichholz now, the vice for Come On Down Rink. And looks like the shot will be a takeout here. And she deliver for her team. In this Schenectady versus Albany battle. And they're sweeping it hard from the hog line here. This one might overcurl. It was thrown a little narrow. It is holding on the tee line pretty well. There is the one guard just off the center line. This one I think will touch it. Lancing blow peels both of those stones. The thrown rock will come out of play, and the other one will rest as a corner guard. Pretty far to the corner. Let's see here. Goldstein wants this one in the 8-foot just to the right as we see it to that rock in the 8-foot circle. And we'll have to see Wendy Berger step up to the plate. And this one, very wide trajectory. They've swept it almost the whole way. Weight is not what they're hoping for here. Goldstein might try and get up on this one. She's going to put down her brush, indicating where she wants the sweepers to get it to. This one really slowing down. That will just get past the hog line. Great sweeping effort to get it there. City of Albany, notorious for having minor league sports teams and losing them. They lost the Albany Devils a couple years ago. All I have right now is just arena football, box lacrosse, which, to be fair, is pretty exciting, but Albany Firewolves are a sponsor of the Schenectady Curling Club, so we are obligated to say that we love them. This one being swept very hard on the center line. Let's see, I think it's just going to overcurl. And they also do have a some form of minor league basketball team, but it's not any affiliated thing. It's not the G League or anything like that. They do have your University at Albany Great Danes. Of course, SUNY has a weird naming system. They do not say University of Albany. It is the State University of New York at Albany. They do have an independent baseball team over in Troy. The Tri-City Valley Cats, formerly of the short season A New York Penn League, but now of the Independent Frontier League. We've got curling here at Schenectady, and we're very proud of it. Up in Glens Falls, maybe 45 minutes to an hour north, the Adirondack Thunder of the ECHL, formerly the Adirondack Flames. They've changed hands a couple times, currently in the ECHL. And over in Utica, we've got the Utica Curling Club, and they've got the Utica Devils, or Comets, excuse me. That was where the Albany Devils moved. This one here will come perhaps just into the 12-foot here. Good sweeping for Mike Holes. We'll get that into the 12. Of course, the Utica Comets, they were owned by the Canucks, but got moved to Abbotsford, British Columbia. But since Utica, they really love their hockey over there, they still kept an AHL team, as the Devils, who owned the team in Albany, moved them to Utica, kept all the branding except for the colors. They are the Utica Comets. Eichholz is going to make her way down the ice now. We're in the skip stones. Come on Down rink does not have the hammer by virtue of getting that 1 point in the first end on that 5-time measurement. We really thought it was just going to be a tied end, but they did make a decision that it is Yellow's stone to have. Yellow could have been fine to blank that, but Curl Down certainly wanted their stone to be in front. Wanted to get the steal, but it was Yellow's stone to have. This one going to sweep it from 20% of the way on the inside only. They're off it now. Let's see here. This one won't hit it perfectly. It'll hit just on the outside. And that will hit that red one in the back out. They got to go get that. 3 stones now for Curl Down in the back of the house. Looks like it is just 2 points for them right now. That one in the very back is behind the one yellow stone on the right side as we see it. Let's see what Goldstein can draw up here. And she will step into the hack from the right side, the lefty here. And this one is away now. Gonna try and draw this one. This one's got plenty of pace. Definitely not a guard here. Let's see where this one's gonna end up. 75% of the way down. A little bit of sweeping, just cleaning, and now they're gonna get on it hard here as it gets to the hog line. Right into our view here. They're going to try and sweep this one up into the house. In behind that red guard. And that's exactly what they do. That is almost perfectly buried. That is a great shot there. Actually, no, I lied. My head was tilted. And it looked like it was horizontal, but it's not. The shot they just threw is on the TV line. But the other one is well off of it. But the shot here is not a takeout. They're going to try and freeze it to the back of the 8-foot here on that 3-rock complex. Now let's see here. This is the last stone that Eichholz has in this second end. Her team without the hammer. Let's see if they can get this one into a good position. That will have her team sitting 1, and it will mean that the only real shot they have is a draw. They're sweeping this one hard, though. They don't think it has the legs to get there. The Elder Eichholz is thinking about stepping up to go sweep it. This one is not going to get there. No point, and that is them sitting 2. Curl Down, that is. We'll see if they can make that 3. Or maybe if they try and take out that yellow stone, which is certainly exposed, they can try and make it 4 as opposed to 2. Maybe even 5. Well, yes, it would be 5, actually, considering the fact that there is that red stone up in the front of the house. So if they can remove that yellow stone and hang around, it will be 5 points for the Albany team here. Curl Down in the red stones. They're currently down 1-0 after just one end here. Let's see if they can really take a commanding lead here in end number 2. And they are not going to take that shot. They are going to line this one up just on the 4-foot. So this one's going to curl over about 2 feet to the left of the center line as you see it on your screen there. This one is away, the last stone of end number 2. It's thrown with considerable weight. Just thrown with considerable weight here. They're sweeping it hard, 2/3 of the way up. What is the plan here? What is their shot? It's going to tap. Oh no. It'll tap that one. I think have that other one hanging. They'll take the 4. Yeah. Let's see. She did kick the stones in the back. What are they going to do with that? Well, I think they're just going to call 3. Might have just been 3, but I think that is what they'll agree on. So on that promotion, Albany does get a couple stones there. I think they might just call it 3. So then after 2, it'll be Albany 3 and Schenectady 1. 2 ends gone in the A final of the Carosella Bonspiel here from the Schenectady Curling Club. And right into it with end number 3, Nancy Dressler. Interesting, pretty unique stabilizer there, putting a little piece of material on her broom. And this one coming outside. Let's see if it gets there. And they're going to start sweeping hard now. Try and get this one to the center line. They don't want this one to be on the 12 foot, and they're going to get off of it now. That is just hugging the center line there. Short of the house, so that is in the free guard zone. Very good shot there. First there for Dressler. Now, Hodgensen, her first. Let's see what we got here. They're starting to sweep this one 75% of the way down onto the hog line. And they let go. This one slowing down, but it might not slow down enough. Holstein's going to sweep it, and that one will end up just in the 4 foot. That could have been a lot further, but I think they'll be fine with that result. So, Dressler's second now. Let's see what she can dial up here. They're sweeping this one hard from about a third of the way up. It is 2/3 of the way there now. They're still on it here. Sweeping hard, trying to get this one up. This one could tap the red one into the house. It won't hit it head on, but it will get that just biting the 12th foot. Could play a takeout here if they really want to, but they're going to try and get this one in around. Let's see. You do not want this one to make contact there. Playing a draw here. Just the outside. They're going to have it on this side of the center line. The right side as we see it here. And this one's got to slow down. Mike Holes will leave it there. They're still following, but that one too heavy. And they'll get swept out by Goldstein there. All the way out, taken out of play. So we're in the third end here. It is currently a score of 3 in favor of Curl On Down out of Albany. 1 point to Come On Down rink out of Schenectady. Not confusing with the names at all. Over on sheet number 1. Let's see, we've got 2-0. I'll give you the rest of all the scores and which teams are which after this one goes here from Martha Neighbor. Good speed. They're not touching it here. Goldstein does not want them to touch it. They're following it closely here, though. Could it come around that red one? Looks like it just might. They're going to sweep hard to try and get it around. It'll just nip it and then get swept by Mike Holes into the 12th foot. Still sitting just the 1 yellow now. So over on sheet number 1. We've got Team Januszewski up 2-0 over Rolling Stones. Januszewski had the bye into the finals. Rolling Stones won that match we broadcasted earlier between the two teams from Metcalf. Here's Irk now. This one. Irk. This one way outside here. Coming in. Just a little bit. They're going to watch it go. One. Plenty of pace to it. Going to start really slowing down. Could nick that yellow one. Might knock it out. He's going to try and sweep it, but no, it'll be 2 yellow. Yeah, Team Januszewski up 2-0 in the third end over the Rolling Stones on sheet number 1. On sheet number 2, we've got... Let's see here. They're about to put up the third end. And that will be, let's see. Blank end. 2-1 through 3 in favor of hole in 1 or 4 over the Vice's right. Sheet number 4, 4-0 in favor of Cliffhangers over Actual Retail Ice as this one's away. Oh, sweeping just far. All the way up to the hog line here. And this will hit the outside of that yellow stone. Knock out the red and the yellow. That red that stayed in the house will stay in the house. The match going on sheet 1 is for the C final. Sheet 2, the B final. Sheet 4, the D final. And here on sheet 3, the A final. And we're on it now. Let's see. Very smooth delivery as always. This one played pretty slowly, very delicate. It's a third of the way there. They're no sweeping yet, but they're ready to go. They're going to leave it. No sweeping just yet here. And that one will go through. All the way through there. No point. And that one will go out of play. So now the Vice Stones in the third end here. Wendy Berger. This one coming way outside of the TV line on the right side as we see it here. No sweeping just yet as it gets to the hog line just onto your screen now. They're just going to leave this one and hope it curls out of the way and doesn't hit that red stone. It gets swept by Eichholz. Biting the 8-foot, 12-foot line. Oh, now, Catherine Eichholz. It's the line from Kirsten Eichholz. This team notable for having 2 people named Kirsten. Not too common of a name. There's 2 of them here. Let's see the play. Currently sitting 1 in favor of Come On Down, Rink, the yellow team. We'll see if they improve that here. This one given plenty of pace. I think they might be trying to take out that one on the right side. It is 3/4 of the way there. It's got a curl. Got a curl to hit that one on the outside of the back. And it looks like it might just nick it here. That'll play it out. Their own stone is also removed from play here. It might have been a little better if that had curled a little more, hit the inside, and then maybe would have made contact with the other red, potentially taking them both out with enough pace. Berger's second here, the final of her throws here in the third end. There'll be one more from Eichholz, Catherine that is, and then we're into the skip rocks here in number 3. Score of 2-1 in favor of Come On Down over Come On Down, rank Albany over Schenectady. Albany in the red, Schenectady in the yellow. There's this one here. They're going to watch it go 3/4 of the way down the ice. Coming onto the screen just now. They'll watch this one go all the way through. And taken out of play. And they want this one in the 4-foot on the center line here. Let's see. Can Captain Eichholz deliver for her team? Let's see where this one will go. Thrown outside of the TV line. Third of the way, they're going to start sweeping here. Not anything too crazy right now. They are sweeping. I think this one might be over curling. And how is this one going to end up? I don't think this has the weight to do any real damage. So now just the skip rocks remaining here. Goldstein and Kirsten Eichholz. It will make a promotion of that red rock on the center line a little more difficult, which is a positive. We'll have to see what the shot being played is here. And the brush has been placed inside the 8-foot circle here. We'll see how heavy this one's going to go. The lefty steps into the right side of the hack and pushes off for her first year and in number 3 of the A final of the Carosella Bonspiel. This one played a little heavy. Seem to think it has more than enough weight to get there. Up to the hog line now. They have not touched it once. This one, where will it end up? We'll just leave that red one biting perhaps. I think that might just barely be hanging on. There are some remarks going on from the spectators here. It is rather close again. And I hope for our sakes and yours that there is not another long measurement where they have to go around 5 times to figure out who is closer. So someone please, for our sake and yours, put one on the button. See if Kirsten Eichholz can deliver here with her first in the third end. This one, the out turn here. A little bit of sweeping, third of the way down. Both of them are on it. Let's see, can they bring this one in? They're starting to go really hard here as it gets to the hog line on your screen. And Eichholz will jump in. 3 sweepers on it. Can they get it there into the house? They're trying their hardest. No lack of effort there, but that one will come up just short. So 1 stone remaining for each team here with a score 3-1 in favor of Curl On Down out of Albany over Come On Down rink out of Schenectady. The 2 Price is Right themed team names. The theme of this year's Carosella was The Ice is Right. And we had a lot of teams named accordingly. We had $1 retail price, Curl On Down, Hole in 1 or 4, an homage to the game. Big Wheel Peelers. The Vice is Right. cliffhangers. One of the other great games that they have in The Price is Right. Come On Down Rink and Actual Retail Ice. Over on sheet 4, we've got some great play going on. A lot of stones in play here. Megan Moore threw a great one there. Team down 4-0 through a great draw to take one there. At Battle of Schenectady Rink. Now here's Goldstein's last here and in number 3. Just one more rock remaining. And that'll be to Come On Down Rink. This one's going to come on down. The ice, not the rink. It is not a curling rink. It is curling sheet. They're sweeping this hard as it gets to the hog line. Is he going to get around that one guard? It'll just nick it there. Put there in the 12-foot. And now one more rock remaining. You'd think they just want to get this one in the house. In the 8-foot would be good. They're considering their options. They have a draw from the right, or they have a bit of a carom off of that stone just thrown to the left, getting that their one into the 8-foot. We'll see which they go for here. They're going to go for the draw from the right side of the sheet of ice here. Now here's this one. The draw, very far to the outside. We'll see if this one comes in. They're going to sweep it about 2/3 of the way in here, trying to make sure that this one has the distance. But they have to make sure it has the curl. It needs to get about halfway into the 8-foot circle, and then it'll be the shot rock here. And it is seemingly there. That will be at least 1 point to Come On Down Rink. Will it be 2? That's the question. Are they going to need to measure this one again? They're going to take them away. Let's see here. Will it be 1 point or 2 points put up towards Come On Down Rink? No. You can have the point. And the 3 will be put up. On to the 3. That'll be 2 points in favor of Come On Down Rink. 3-3 after 3 ends here. Lead rocks in play here in the fourth end with the score tied at 3 between Curl On Down and Come On Down Rink. Albany versus Schenectady. Albany with the red, Schenectady in the yellow. You've got 2 red rocks in the house, 1 yellow in the house. That yellow one is currently shot rock. The first yellow rock is not in play. Emily Erk here now. Let's see what she can do. And this one about a third of the way down the ice right now. They're not touching it yet. They think it has more than enough weight. It is enforced. The ice is starting to speed up here. Let's see how this one is going to end up here. This one will get past the tee line, get swept a little bit by Goldston here. And both of them will stay in the house. Potentially yellow sitting 2. I think they're going to try and take out here. Yeah, certainly with that line given. And now this one away. Bit of a busted delivery, so we'll have to see. They're sweeping it early here, 25% of the way. They're off now. On at 50%. Still sweeping hard here, trying to get it there. Trying to get it online. Let's see. This one is over curling just a little bit, but it will hit just the 1 yellow. Red rock stays in play, just sitting now. Perhaps just 1 yellow or maybe 1 red with that stone on the right as you see it. Oh, let's see about this stone right here. They are on it here just a little bit. Third of the way down, now to half. And they're sweeping it hard now, 2/3 of the way. Can they get it there? It's starting to slow down. Eichholz will jump up and try and add a third brush to this equation here. Can they get it? They're trying to freeze it to that red one, perhaps. They will not quite get it there, but that is still a pretty good effort there. We are here live and direct from the Schenectady Curling Club. Schenectady, New York. You can find us online, SchenectadyCurlingClub.us. Facebook, Schenectady Curling Club. Twitter and Instagram at Curl Schenectady. We have information on all of the draws that took place, all the playoff information, and rosters for all of the 12 teams that took part in this year's Carosella. We've got 4 finals events going on right now, A, B, C, and D, and we're giving you a live view of Sheet 3 with the A final. This one, third of the way down, they're going to start sweeping it hard, trying to get the take out of the Yellowstone, making sure it doesn't overcurl here. I think they've got it right. They need to get off it, actually. That just curled enough at the very end to get it perfectly in between those 2 at the end, split the uprights. They might have wanted to perhaps hit on the outside, or the inside rather, of that Yellowstone, slightly more towards the center line to maybe peel both of them at the end if it had enough weight. We'll see. Now this line here, from a little bit to the left of the center line as you see it, perhaps looking for the freeze here. And you'd think they probably want this one to not be directly head-on with that red stone, vertically speaking. They want it a little bit off, but still frozen. They're going to sweep it now, 2/3 of the way there. Let's see. They've gotten off of it just before the hog line into view here. This one will come down nicely. Just tap the red. Bring that yellow into the 8-foot, counting 2 yellow now. And a takeout, I think, might be in order here, trying to split the gates. They're going to take it. Line to the inside or outside, and they want the outside here. Berger would rather take it out from the outside than the inside. There, this one is off here. They're sweeping it hard. About halfway there, still sweeping hard, making sure that this doesn't overcurl. Looks like it might just overcurl here. I think it will. I think it might make contact still. It just nips it. That yellow one will stay, and the yellow one in the back will get knocked out of position. That is at least one red. Now, what is the plan here for Mike Holes? What does she want? And she is asking for this one, center line in the 8-foot circle in the back. She wants this one to be frozen. No, is she changing? Yeah, she's going to change it. Wants that one in the corner there. Well, is she sure? They're thinking about it here. Which stone is in front of which? And I think she has decided on that centerline freeze in the 8-foot circle towards the back. No. Oh. Swap back and forth 3 times there. Going to be the one in the corner. Catherine Eichholz. Let's see. No sweeping just yet. Quarter of the way down. They are going to start sweeping it here. This one is curling. It needs to curl a little more. It also needs to get legs. It does not have the weight at the moment. They're sweeping very hard. They've gotten off. Just as it comes into view. Back on now. That indecision might come to hurt them, but that is going to end up being exactly the shot they wanted, just about. That is very, very well played from Catherine Eichholz. And that is her second and final in this fourth end, excuse me. Berger will get her last, and then it'll go to the skip rocks. And then we will be halfway through this 8-end match. In the final of the 2022 Carosella Bonspiel. Berger releases that one. This one giving a lot of pace, sweeping hard, 2/3 of the way down. Let's see. This one is curling a good amount. Is it curling enough? Yes, it is. It will take out the yellow. It will take out the red. No, the red will hold. That red rock is just biting there. That is a good takeout there from Wendy Berger. And now it comes down to the skip rocks here. Talking this one over. skip rocks here. They've made the decision. Lined up the brush just to the left of the center line as you see it on your screens at home. And this one's away. Let's see. This one got plenty of weight on it. Plenty of weight. It is curling 2/3 of the way down. Just a little bit of sweeping. Comes up to the hog line in your view here. Gonna try and maybe bump this red rock here. Yeah, that'll work. That is a pretty good shot there. Now sitting 1 yellow. And it is pretty simple. Goldstein already knows the shot. And she wants to be played here. Steps into the hack here, the lefty. Her first of 2 here and in number 4. It's the takeout. This one's coming pretty wide to start. They're sweeping it hard, halfway down. It's going to start curling. They're off it now. 75% up to the hog line in your view. Is this one going to hit that yellow? That'll tap the yellow, bring it into the 4 foot, just out of the 4 foot there into the 8. Now sitting 1 yellow. Interesting now. I think they're just going to want this one to go into the same position. Planning the same shot here. Cycles his final shot here in end number 4. Let's see. Our team without the hammer. He'd love to keep that just 1 point or curl on down. Let's see about this one here. Trying to prevent the big number, trying to put this one right in front of those 2 red stones, create separation so that you can't take both of them out at the same time. They're sweeping this one hard, 75% of the way down. Up to the hog line. This one is over curling. This one's really over curling. All 3 on it now, trying to make sure that it doesn't promote any of those stones. Not the best effort there. It'll be a takeout for a big number. I think maybe 3 or 4 here. This is the final stone here in end number 4. Going to be a takeout shot here. Taking out that yellow rock in the 8-foot circle. And if she can pull it off, it's going to be a big score of perhaps 4 here in the end. Or curl on down. They're sweeping it hard, trying to make sure it doesn't overcurl. It's on the center line. The rock is halfway between the center line and the TV line. This one's coming over. I think this is the perfect shot here. Might overcurl just a little bit. Trying to get that one out. That is a well-played shot there. That should be 4 in favor of curl on down. Let's see. What is the call here from the Vices? We're taking a look. Are we going to get another measurement here? All right, seems like they might be in agreement here. They're taking them away, and they are taking them all out now, so we'll have to see, but the 3 or 4, it'll be either 6 in favor of Curl on Down, or 7 with Curl on Down ranked just on 3. First rock on the way here. And number 5. I should be plenty quick, but this one does not have great pace. They're sweeping it hard from about a third of the way up. Let's see here. This one should be over. Back on it. Just a touch. No, up to the hog line. They don't want this one in the house. I think it might just make it into the house, and indeed it will. There'll be a takeout planned here. And indeed, that is the shot. This one's on the way. No sweeping just yet. It seems to be tracking pretty well. And that Yellowstone does not quite stick there. Pulled out of play. If it had curled just a touch more, then the Yellowstone would have stuck around. We're here in the 5th end, and it is a score of 4 in that last end for Curl on Down. 7-3 now with the lead over Come On Down Rink. Albany team over the Schenectady team. And this one here, 2/3 of the way down the ice, snow sweeping. They're just going to leave it as it is, perhaps another guard. And indeed, this one will come onto the center line. Short of the 12-foot, maybe just sneaking in. Yes, it will, and they'll be able to take it out. Another takeout plan here. Kirsten Hodgson. What she can do. Plenty of weight. This one looks to be maybe a little narrow. No, it is coming out still. No sweeping yet. Keepers aren't chasing. And this one, I think, will have the same result. They'll knock the red out, but the yellow does not hang around. Now, Martha Neighbor the second here for Curl on Down. Out of the left-hand side of the hack. And this one's 2/3 of the way down now. Still no sweeping action. We'll come up into your view in just a moment. Here it is. They are sweeping it down, trying to get it. This one, once again, just into the top of the 12-foot circle there. And it'll be another takeout here. And they want this one to hang around if they can help it. This one tracking well. Just about to the hog line here. This is going to be a nose shot here. Right on the nose. Good shot there, and their rock finally hangs around. Second stone for the second of Albany. And now this one coming out to the TV line. Got to curl in. Got to curl in. I think it might just nick that yellow stone. Right, let's see where this one ends up. Halfway there. No sweeping just yet. They are ready to go in case of need be. They're sweeping it now. 75% of the way there. Got to get it there. Should come onto the center line. Will come over the center line. They want this one to get it as deep as they can and not get it into the house. I'll curl over the center line as well. That'll work. And they're sweeping this one hard from the start. Don't want this one to over curl. They've called them off now. It is, in fact, curling. To the outside. Is going to curl in. It'll nick it. Take it out. And that red stone will not hang out. It'll stay in play, but not in the house. Now we're into the white stones. First one for Catherine Eichholz now. Line given on the center line. They're going to start sweeping this one about halfway down. Still on it here as it is 3/4 of the way. This one is curling a whole lot. They want to get it into the house probably here. Good have the weight, but is it going to curl over too much? Might just graze the house, and yes, that is grazing the house. Lovely. Now they got two yellow as far apart as they could possibly be, just about. Making a potential double takeout literally impossible. Now here's Wendy Berger's first. Give me her second here. And this one is going to come into the same location just about. It's got to curl more, though. Does need to curl. This one might go all the way through. It'll get swept through by Kirsten Eichholz all the way out of play there. One more for Catherine Eichholz, and then we're into the skip rocks here in end number 5. More than halfway home here. Right now, the score, curl on down 7. Come on down, rank 3. Albany in the red and Schenectady in the yellow. Here we are. This one coming in not nearly as far wide as the other one. One will still end up on the right side of the sheet as we see it. No sweeping just yet as it gets to the hog line. They're going to start now. Get off of it immediately here. Watch it go. Just biting the 8-foot there. Very well played shots. I don't see a whole lot of opportunity for a double here. With yellow holding the hammer here. If they can just play takeouts, that is a very good chance they score 3 in this end and get right back in it here. Down 4 right now. Trying to figure out the shot they want to play. Will come down the ice. Checkerboard. The only lefty in this match. Step out. And this one gonna try and bump that one in the house. Needed to curl. Trying to bump the one, biting the 8-foot. They're sweeping it now. Needed to curl just a little bit, and it will, but will it promote that yellow further into the house? Well, it is 1 yellow. Try and go for the takeout here. They need to make sure that it does not over curl, because then that could take out that yellow stone that they worked so hard to get biting on the 12. Kirsten Eichholz her first of 2 here in this 5th end with her team down 4. See what she does. This one played with considerable pace. The outswinger here. Make sure it's not over curling. They need to sweep it here. They need to sweep it hard. They're sweeping it hard to the hog line, and this one will hit that red out. And unfortunately played with a little too much weight. I don't think it's going to stick around. It just might. And that one is out. Very good sweeping there from Wendy Berger to get that one out of the house. Goldstein's final rock here in end of number 5. See what she can draw up here. Line just on the edge of the forefoot on the left side as we see it. And they're going to sweep it really hard. They're still on it. It's about halfway there. Let's see. This one needing to get into the house. I don't think this has great weight. They're still sweeping it hard. We'll get there. Is that going to bump that yellow out? Let's see. And that will keep the yellow in, leaving the potential for 4 here. 4, come on down, rink. They need to hit this one on the inside of the red. If you pick it on the inside there and have your stone hang around, that is 4. Hitting on the nose wouldn't be the end of the world because then that would be 3, but you want to tie it up here. They're down 4. Here it is, last rock of end number 5 on the way. 25%, 50% of the way there. No sweeping just yet. It's starting to come in. They need to sweep this one. They need to sweep. Sweeping hard on the inside. And this one will do just that. That'll hang in. That is 4. Lovely shot from Kirsten Eichels. That is 4. Come on down, rink. We're tied at 7 after 5 ends here in the A final of the Carosella Bonspiel. Oh, we're through 5 here. Curl on down gets 4, and then number 4. And just like that, we're tied up again. Great shot. 9 holes to tie that one up. Hodgson's her first. They're just going to leave it here. Hope it comes into the center line. Don't want that to get into the house. Unfortunately, that will be it. Or they'll be able to just take it out. Sweeping hard. Third of the way there, still sweeping very hard. Want to make sure this doesn't overcurl. Would love to have their stone hanging around at the end. And that's a very good sweeping effort there. We'll hit it right on the nose. Red stone hangs around there. Scores on the other sheets. Sheet 1, it is a 4-2 advantage. Team Janicki over Rolling Stones. That's in the 6th end. In the 6th end on sheet number 2, hole in 1 or 4, up 5-2. Over the Vice is right. This one down 50% here. There'll be another takeout. There's just starting to sweep it here as it hits the hog line, and that one. Good shot there. Yeah, hole in 1 or 4, up 5. Oh, now count it. Apparently they're in the 7th end. Yes, 6th end has just ended. It is 5-4 in favor of hole in 1 or 4 over the Vices right there in the 7th end. And in the 6th end on sheet number 4, that is Cliffhangers up 6-1 over Actual Retail Ice. This one's on the way, 50%. They're going to start to sweep. Trying to make sure it doesn't overcurl. We'll hit it just on the outside. Yellow out and red still hanging in there. Emily Irk here. When she gets this one a little over the center line is the line here. Let's see, this one played very delicately. Great smooth delivery as always. This one is coming down. They're going to start sweeping from the outside at 75%. They're going to start going here. Just to guard onto the center line. Just a little over it. Biting the 12. All the way onto the 12 now. Out counting the red. Will be a takeout attempt here now for curl on down. This one's out here. Goldstein's calling them off. No touching. Need to curl. It's not even on the correct side of the center line yet. Might just nick it. It will just nick it there. It was put with enough effort to get that yellow out, but the red will not stick around. Just the one red in the house now. Tied at 7 here through 5 in the 6th end. Emily Irk, her second now. No stones for the Schenectady team are in play. Just the one for the Albany team there in the house. And now this one on the way. This one played very delicately. Very delicately. They're going to sweep it a little bit, 33% of the way there. Just a little bit of cleaning now. Starting to go now. This one is a well-placed guard. And will come to rest just to the right of the center line as you see it. And they're... Let's see here. Or do they want this one? They want this one. Either to come around or nick that guard. Let's see what the weight is on this one. This one played with a little more weight than the previous shot from Come On Down Rink. Let's see. You're not touching it just yet. We're 3/4 of the way down the ice. They're just leaving it as it comes into your view. This one will come on down perfectly. Just a little bit undercurled. Trying to sweep it there, but it is open. It is almost completely open now. Just a takeout here. Gonna come from the left side of the ice as she sees it back over there on the other side of the ice here from the warm room. Now this one here. They're going to start sweeping from the inside and the outside now. Both sweepers on it here. It's halfway between the TV line and the center line. This one going to come around that guard just barely. And now hits it just off the nose. Leaves that yellow exposed, but a good takeout there. Now Wendy Berger in the hack. Let's see where this one ends up. Just a little bit wide from my view. No touching just yet. Goldstein wants this one to curl. We'll see if it curls. It's just now starting to come in to the other side of the TV line. No sweeping just yet. And this one will make contact just head on there. Maybe a little bit to the outside, but a very, very good takeout there. Maybe wanted it to come in a little bit, because now Come On Down Rink is going to just take it right back out. Catherine Eichholz. This Come On Down Rink team out of Schenectady not in possession of the hammer. So you'd think they'd be perfectly content to just remove all the red stones from the house. They're sweeping it hard now, 50%, up to 2/3. Off of it now as it reaches the hog line in your view. And that will hit there. The only problem with them just removing all of these stones is that there is that red stone in the corner of the house. Curl On Down can just take out all of the Come On Down Rink stones and then throw a draw at the end for 2. This one out here at 25%, they're sweeping. They're off now, halfway down the ice. Needs to curl a whole lot. They're sweeping now. Let's see. Comes into your view. And that one might just slip by. It'll nick the yellow. Almost a null result there. Now, let's see. They're going to try and draw this one in between those 2 stones. Here's Kirsten Eichholz. Her first of 2 in this 6th end. Very fast play on sheet 2. They're almost already done with 7. The sheet taking its time as that one's away. Played slowly, trying to go in between those 2 yellow stones. They're sweeping it hard, a third of the way there. Those sweepers, they're off it now. They got to get on it, though. They got to get on it. They want this one to get around that guard. This one is going to curl right into it, and it's not even going to do a whole lot of pushing because it just doesn't have great weight. Here's the lefty. And this rock is away. Going to come from the same side of the ice. No sweeping yet, but they're ready to go here. They're on it now. A third of the way down. And they're off. Let's see. Where is this one going to go? Is this going to just take it out here? Looks like it's going to hit it pretty well. Leave the red stone exposed. Not a bad effort there. Got the job done. That was exactly what they needed. They need to hit this stone on the inside. If they hit it on the inside, then that means they'll have the potential to bury it behind those 2 yellow stones, making a takeout difficult. But that biter on the right side of the sheet, as you see it, is going to cause a lot of problems if they cannot get this one behind those guards. They need to take this stone out. They don't need to, but you'd think that's the play here. Take out the stone, bury the rock behind those two yellow guards. If they can do that, then it'll be a pretty tough play to get to. Or curl on down. This one's away. Quarter down the ice, they're sweeping it hard. They need it to curl a little bit. They need this one to come to the inside, and it's just not going to come to the inside at all. That will leave their stone out of play, I think. That is the last rock there for Come On Down Rink, so it's a relatively simple ask for 2 for Curl On Down. They just need this one anywhere in the house, and they've got themselves 2 points on the board and will take a 9-7 advantage after 6. Very clear goal in mind here, just got to deliver. Let's see if it happens. Let's see, this one is away now. Just need it in the house. They're not going to touch it. It's 50% of the way there. I think it might be too long. Too heavy on that one. Eichholz is going to be ready to sweep it out here. I don't think she needs to. This one is long and away. That will be just the 1 point for Curl On Down. Certainly a missed opportunity there, you would think. But they will take the advantage 8-7 after 6 ends here from the Schenectady Curling Club. First stones here. The red rock was hogged, and the yellow there in the corner in the house, in the 12-foot circle. Second one here for Nancy Drischler. Scoreboard is reading incorrect. That should read 8-7 in favor of Curl On Down, but it reads 8-7 in favor of Come On Down Rink. They've just put it on the wrong little nail there. But this one coming in, hopefully she can get it a little further. This one is definitely at least past the hog line. You're going to start sweeping it here now, just as it gets to the hog line on your view. Just to the right of the center line. One is inside the TV line, at a midway guard. Now let's see, they want this one on the other corner. They're going to start this one on the center line, and this one will be the out turn for the righty. And this one, they're not touching it just yet as it reaches the hog line. This one might be a little heavy. Holstein's going to be ready to sweep this one out of play. And looks like they have had a shake on sheet number 4. That will be the D final going in favor of the Cliffhangers. They take the D final over actual retail ice. 9-1 after 6 ends. And they have put up the correct score here on sheet number 3. On sheet number 2, looks like it is now an advantage of 7-4 in favor of the team in the red. As this one is away now. Keep on forgetting who's on which sheet here. On sheet number 2, that is hole in 1 or 4 over the Vice's right. This one here going to take out that stone on the right side. Still leaving the one on the left. That managed to hang around. Yes, actual retail ice up 7-4 in the 8th end over the Vice's right. And on sheet number 1, Team Januszewski up 5-2 over the Rolling Stones. That is in the 7th end there. As this one comes out, Emily, let's see it. They're sweeping this one pretty hard. This one is got a lot of pace to it. They need to make sure it doesn't over curl here, but they want to make sure it does curl. Try to take out that stone on the right side, and it will take it out. There's own stone removed from play as it goes onto sheet 4. And that Cliffhangers team going 3-0 in pool play. It would have been a shame if they didn't come home with at least some hardware. They'll be happy to take home the D trophy there. Neighbors second and final in end number 7. One more for Eichholz, and then we'll be halfway home in end number 7. This one is away. Going to be an in-turn, and they're going to sweep it hard from just a 5th of the way up the ice. They are not very confident in the weight on this one at all. Still sweeping it hard, 2/3 of the way down the ice. Just about to make it to the hog line in your view. There they are. And this one not going to make it to the house, I don't think. They can sweep it there. They do. That is a very, very, very strong effort. Lovely sweeping. Lovely sweeping from the sweepers for curl on down there. It will be another takeout here, though. Just going to take it out from the outside here. Emily will try and get this one out of here and prevent us having another 5-time measurement, because those two stones do look very close to each other. This one is 2/3 of the way down already. They are sweeping it, and they would love to get it on the inside here, but it will come to the outside. Same shot that was played before. Their stone rolls onto sheet 4, and the red stone is removed from play. Now, you're going to try and get this one in behind that red guard. Line is on the edge of the 4-foot on the left side, and they're going to try and bring it to the edge of the 4-foot on the right side. Let's see if they can deliver here. Wendy Berger's first in this 7th end. Her team without the hammer, having taken 1 in the 6th end. It is a score of 8-7 in favor of Curl On Down out of Albany in the red, over Come On Down Rink out of Schenectady in the yellow. This battle for the capital region here at the Schenectady Curling Club. Now this one here, a quarter of the way up to a third. Halfway there, they're going to start sweeping from the inside. No. Yes. Both sweepers on it now. This one might be curling too much. Let's see where this one bounces. It'll bounce off that red and leave a little lane there if they want to draw it in. Try and get that one perhaps behind that red towards the middle. Let's see where they put this one. And they want it behind the red on the right side in the corner. Catherine Eichholz now. She will step into the hack. Give the stone a couple twists. Give the bottom a clean here. Step in. Finds the line and ready to go here. Bush is out of the hack. Now let's see where this one's going to go. Third of the way there. They're going to start sweeping it here. This one might not have the distance. Still sweeping. 3/4 of the way they step off. This one is there. It's past the hog line. You'll see it on your camera there. Let's see. This one does not need to go anymore. It'll get swept, but I think the sweeping will only serve to bury it more. And that is recognized there by Goldstein. Does not sweep it. And they're going to just attempt to draw this one right down to that yellow stone just thrown, preventing any takeouts. Right now it is sitting 2 for come on down rink with the yellow. They're down 1 in this 7th end, and you'd think if they're not going to blank this end, they'd like to at least have the lead. You don't want to try and you don't want to force yourself to have to steal in the final end to tie it. This one's a third of the way up. They're going to start sweeping hard. Both sweepers on it from the back. Let's see. They're just trying to get this one there. This one might over curl into that red guard. This one will just bump it. Taking the momentum out. Can they get it into the house? That might be there. It might not be there. Our camera angle is not directly on the button. But that oblique angle might still have it in the house. I'm not sure. They are going to take it out and remove any doubt. Let's see here. This one's going to be an out turn. Coming from right to left. Trying to take out this stone towards the middle. Just about biting the 12-foot circle. Eichholz pushes out of the hack. This one given good weight. I think they might need to start sweeping this soon. Third of the way there. Just going to sweep it from the inside off it now. It does need to curl. Does need to curl. They do want it to bury behind that red if they can. It's going to hit on the inside. Just a little. Oh, it's going to hit that yellow. Yellow is going to get swept just out. It might just barely still be in. Goldstein put in a great effort to try and sweep that one out. That yellow stone that was thrown is buried behind that guard, but it is not in the house. Well, seems to think that it is in, based on the angle. The sheet is not directly on top of the ice. So there can be a little bit of daylight showing, especially if it's not right above the rock where you're looking, and this camera angle is not directly over the button, and it is not directly over that rock either. So we do not know exactly where it is, and we will not know until they make the decision. Now Berger and Goldstein, they are really trying hard to think about this one. This is a pivotal moment of the match. They do have the one-shot lead, 8-7 here in end number 7. They do not want to give up more than just one here. They would love to be at least tied going into the 8th and final end, because that will give them the hammer. And of course, if they can steal here, that would be lovely, but they've got some work to do if they want to steal the end here. Lefty pushes out of the hack. And this one is away. on the TV line. They're going to start sweeping it from a fifth of the way. This one needs some help here. They're going to sweep it as hard as they can the whole way. This one is starting to curl a whole lot. This one is light and curling. This one is not going to be a very effective shot at all. And now a real major opportunity for Come On Down Rink. Can they put yet another stone in the house here? They're going to put this one on the 12-foot in that lane. 12-foot in that lane right there. Let's see how this one will turn out. Eichel's the skip of this team. Have not lost one match here in this Bonspiel. That would not be a good time to start. Let's see what she can come up with here. 25% of the way there. They're going to start sweeping hard, especially hard from the outside. They need to get this right onto that 12-foot circle in that lane. Just touch it. If they can just get it there. 3 sweepers now, and they've got it there. They've got it there. They need to get up. That one will touch the 8-foot. Maybe a little too much of the sweeping, but that one is in the lane, at the very least, clogging up the lane there. But it is certainly there for the taking if they want to try and play a takeout here. If Curl On Down plays a takeout, hits it on the inside of the stone, they could bury theirs in the house, sitting 1, which would make it very difficult for Come On Down Rink to get a takeout here. And they really need more than 1 here if they want a chance to win. You're in end number 7 out of 8. We'll play an extra end if this one is tied after 8. We saw that on sheet number 4 in the last match in the B semifinal. Holstein now, perhaps the most important shot of the match here, and they take advantage of the mistake. And Come On Down Rink made a third of the way down. No sweeping just yet. 2/3, still nothing. It's got to curl. They want it on the inside. This one will make it on the outside. And that red rock will just hang around here, making that one in the back right will not count. If they think this stone is in, they could go for the takeout for 3, but they're going to go for the draw for 2 here. You're going to draw it, take the 2, take the lead by 1 point going into end number 8. But of course, Kirsten Eichholz has to make the shot here. We saw in the last end, Goldstein threw that one through the house on the last shot, trying to draw it for 2 points. We'll see if Eichholz can do it. This is just a really standard draw. If she throws an identical shot to the one last time, it'll be in the house. It'll count. 25% of the way there. They are sweeping it hard. This one is looking pretty narrow. They've really got to go here. They've really got to go. It's looking narrow. It's looking narrow. It could just nick that red one. It does not have the weight, and that will be just 1 point. Just the 1 in favor of Come On Down Rink, and they are tied at 8 apiece going into the final end. Curl On Down in the red out of Albany will possess the hammer here, so it will either be a blank end or one of these teams will win right here. Scores are tied. You would have to think that it is in favor of Curl On Down out of Albany with the hammer. Come On Down Rink have got to do what they can. And we finished 8 ends on sheet number 2. And it certainly looks as though We've got a win there for hole in 1 or 4. Albany rink. Albany could get 2 wins here. This one's getting swept hard. 75% of the way there. Should get past the hog line. Will come to rest on the center line there. Just a little much. They're really sweeping this one. It's really held true towards the end. No hole in 1 or 4. Looks like they've won on sheet number 2. That's 1 win now for Albany. And they could get 2 trophies here if Curl On Down can strike with the hammer in the final end here. Now this one's out. Sweeping it hard, a third of the way up. It's halfway there. They're still going hard. Trying their hardest to get this one around that guard thrown by Come On Down Rink. Gotta get it there. They will get that one into the house. Up onto the 4-foot just a little bit there, biting it. Behind that yellow stone. That is a great, great, great draw. And now Come On Down Rink is going to try and freeze it to that shot there. See if they can manage. Rock is away. Now, here we are. They're going to start sweeping hard. They need to get it there. It also needs to curl. It's got to curl. You want to get it to curl, and it's not going to curl. They're going to go behind that rock onto the 4-foot, but behind the red rock, which is not what they were hoping for there. But they are sitting 1 right now. Marilyn Goldstein's going to try and have this one frozen right onto the button in front of that yellow stone. We've seen a lot of very good shots played between these 2 teams that have not lost once this tournament. One of them, unfortunately, is going to have to go home. One of them is going to win the Carosella. Let's see about this one here. They're chasing after it halfway there. It does seem to have plenty of weight. They're going to start sweeping it hard from the inside. Both sweepers now on it now. It's starting to die. It's really starting to die down, and it is curling a good amount. And they get it there. It's going to hit that red. Either shot in front of the yellow now. Let's see what Eichholz can draw up here. And let's see. What is she thinking here? Maybe hitting the outside of that front red stone. That could potentially knock them both out here. No, looks like they might try and freeze it around. Let's see what she wants. They're having a lot of discussion. Might as well. This is the final. Looks like they're not going to play a takeout here with how much ice that is. Might be a guard. It is 8-8 here in the final end. Curl On Down out of Albany in possession of the hammer. This stone from Come On Down Rink out of Schenectady is getting swept third of the way down the ice. They want to make sure that it gets past the hog line. This guard, I think it should be past the hog line here. Yes, it is. Now they're going to start sweeping hard on the inside. Try and drag this one down here. That is a pretty good shot there. What does Goldstein have? Peeling the guards, it would seem, is the move. All right. right, this one here. Where's she going to line up? She'll line it up just the left. No, what's the plan here? Which one is she taking out? This one is lined up right behind that guard on the left as you see it. Is this going to take out the top guard or the deeper guard? If she's throwing it super hard, I mean, I guess it could go completely straight, but I don't know. I think this might be to take out the top guard, especially looking at how she's got the handle. Yeah, this will take out the top guard on the right as you see it. Now, let's see. Third of the way down. They're going to start sweeping this one here. Where is this one going to go? It was thrown maybe a little bit wide. It will hit that one guard. And they're going to try and sweep their stone out of the way here. They want to make sure that the path is very clear for them to be able to get that yellow stone out of the 4-foot circle. All right, gonna try and freeze the rock right to... No, they're hitting them. They're gonna hit these rocks. They're playing a takeout. The crowd does not understand this shot. Maybe there's something that we aren't seeing here, but there's a lot of rocks in play here. I don't know why they wouldn't just throw another guard here. Force them to peel again. Sweeping this one from the outside. It's curling over. Is it going to curl too much? That'll take them both. Lovely shot there. The issue now, all of the rocks belonging to Come On Down Rink in the yellow are open for the takeout. Whichever shot curl on down and Marilyn Goldstein wants gone should be gone as long as you can convert on the takeout here. Martha Neighbor now. It is hers for the taking. We'll see what she can pull off here. Let's see. She'll step into the hack, step down to the rock. Clean it here. Ready to go, brushes off the ice. And now this is a very important shot here. It's open for the taking if you want it. Can you take it? Or is it going to be a real serious missed opportunity here for Curl On Down? Rock is away. They're sweeping it hard. Sweeping it hard from the start. It is about halfway down the ice. This one, they've gotten off of it now. It's about to come into the view here. This one, not great weight, but this red rock will hang out right there on the button. Take out the yellow stone from play. And now, Come On Down Rink is going to take it out themselves. Oh, Catherine Eichholz now, the vice for Come On Down Rink out of Schenectady. The home team here. We'll see what she can draw up in this tie game in the 8th end. Just a couple stones left to throw. 4 for each team. Now this one here needs to curl in just a little bit. It's really got to curl. It's really got to curl now. They're going to sweep it hard as it gets to the hog line. This one's got to curl. It will get there. Where is this one going to end up for yellow? It's going to get swept out of the house. And just in place still there. So now, curl on down. They need 1 point to win here. That's all they need. They blank the end, and they go to extras with the hammer. Come On Down Rink must steal to win. In any case, whether it goes to extras or not. Well, I think Well, I'm not sure if they'll re-flip the coin for Hammer in the extra end, but I would assume curl on down keeps it. Now they will take out the yellow rock in the 8-foot here, sweeping it hard. This one is thrown pretty narrow. It's starting to come in. It's on the TV line. They need to keep it on the TV line. That's where that rock is. This is an incredible sweeping effort. This one has not moved an inch. That is a lovely sweeping effort, and this one is just going to slightly bury itself behind that yellow. Sitting 2 red right now for curl on down and come on down rink. They might be regretting that decision to take the double takeout now, as those stones were holding theirs in check there. Now they've just been able to go out and take out all those stones and really wrest control of the house here. Catherine Coles. This will be her final shot of this match in the scheduled 8 ends that we have here.
I agree. Things were slowly, but they normally like.
Now, here we go. It's a third of the way there. Up to 2/3 now. This one with draw weight. They're going to start sweeping it hard. 75% of the way there. This one, it might hit that guard just a little bit. It'll guard their own stone. That red rock is decently guarded. Let's see here. One more for Wendy Berger, and then it'll just be the skip rocks to go here in this decisive 8th end. What is the plan here? Now here's Berger. What does she have now? Third of the way there. No sweeping just yet. Just a little bit of cleaning. And now they're down on, and they're going to go now. 2/3 of the way there. They're sweeping it. Sweeping it hard from the inside, trying to prevent the curl. This one is going to curl right in there and not be anything other than a guard. That does make it a little tougher to come in on that side with draws, but let's see, what does Ike Holes have in store? The two of them will take a look. They're looking at this potential hit here. Hitting the yellow, knocking out the red. Let's see what the plan is. They're going to do this hit, probably. Let's see here. Hitting it right on the nose might not get the job done, but if they hit it just a little bit to the outside, it'll come in and hit that red perfectly and bring it out of being shot rock. But they do need to hit it pretty hard here. They got to get it at least into the 8-foot on the other side. This is not a simple shot by any means, but it's the shot that you kind of have to make at this stage of the game. You've got to go for the Hail Mary play. And this stone is away. Out of curl. It has got to curl. It's outside the TV line right now. Their target's on the inside. This one needs to curl. It's starting to go. It's starting to go. Oh my goodness, is this going to be it? What a lovely shot that was there. They have left quite a good bit of room there on the other side for the takeout, but they're certainly going after it here. Now there are options here, but the takeout is the right one here. Goldstein, you can take this one out. and then potentially just go right down Broadway on the left side as you see it with a draw. Try and get that one there. Of course, we've got to remember there is that red rock on the left side of the house in the 12-foot circle. So this last one from Come On Down Rink in the yellow will need to be at least in the 8-foot if they want to score here. We're not going to have a blank end unless we have 10 measurements without decision. We've already had 5 without a decision, but this one's away. They're not touching it. Halfway down. They need it to curl. They really need this to curl. Their line is on the TV line here. This one is looking like it will hit. Is the red one going to stick, though? It'll stick. And now it's a very clear vision. You need this one in the 8-foot circle. This one has got to get into the 8-foot. Whatever they do here, at least the 8-foot to be scoring. And you'd think they want to be closer than that. These will be the final 2 shots. We finished on sheet number 1. We finished on sheet 1, and it is Team Januszewski with the win over the Rolling Stones. I don't have the final score for you, but it would appear there's no one on the ice, no 8th end up. They would have put it up probably if it was a change in the lead. Let's see. Got plenty of time to take. You don't want to make the wrong move here. Let's see. They have plenty of options, but I think the only one that they kind of realize is the right one is a draw. They're trying to figure out which direction they want to draw from, coming from the right side as you see it or the left side as you see it. The right side, there's more room. We'll see what the plan is. All right, they have made their decision. They're going to come from the right side as you see it on your screens. All right. You'd think if this one is missed, they might just shake there. This is it. Eicholz's shot. She needs this one drawn in. Let's see how this one goes. It's halfway down. Looking kind of heavy. They're going to try for the draw, but is this one... This one needs to slow down as it comes onto your screens. This one, I think, might just be through. Goldstein's going to be ready to sweep. This one, they need to stop it. All right, that one is biting the 4-foot. That is about as good as you could ask for. And now it is a simple takeout. It's just going to be a takeout for the win here. This one is kind of buried. Look at it on your screen. This one is almost completely buried. There is plenty of room to get around that guard, but that does not change the fact that this shot is buried. This is about as good a shot as you could have played if you are Kirsten Eicholz. Let's see. They're going to take their time as this is the decider. This is the final of the Carosella. This is the last shot to be played this weekend. And let's hope it's a good one. Tosses her gripper over towards us with gusto. We've had a lot of entertainment back in the first end. It seems so long ago. It was almost 3 hours ago that we had that 5 times in a row measuring where they couldn't figure it out whose rock it was when we wanted them to just call it a blank end. That 1 point really made a difference, but here we go. The last rock of the Carosella 2022. Here it is. It's on the way. This one here is about 25% of the way. It's a third. It's a half. Let's see. It needs to curl. What is the plan here? This one, is it going to go right through the middle? They're going to sweep it hard. This one, they're going to try and play the carom. They're going to try and play the carom play. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do it, and that looks like it will be come on down rink. Stealing one rock in the final end here, taking the win 9-8. They win the 2022 Carosella. They go back-to-back here. And the Carosella, they won it last year, and they'll win it again. What a lovely game. That absolutely delivered on the entertainment part. That is the beauty of curling. The teams shake hands. And give some hugs. That was a lovely battle between Schenectady and Albany. And this time, the team from Schenectady will prevail. After 8 ends, come on down rink out of Schenectady 9. Curl on down out of Albany 8. Thank you so much. This has been a lovely time. Lots of unbelievably good curling all weekend long. And thank you so much for coming along with us. Yeah, they'll take a photo here. The winning team. That was an incredible run. They really needed to come back. They were down. They were down big. They got that one rock in the first end, and that made the difference. If they had blanked that in, I don't know if they would have won. But they were down 7-3 after 4 ends, halfway done. And they immediately come back and get 4 of their own. And then trade ones and then steal in the final end there. That was an incredible finish. Come on down rink out of Schenectady. Getting the win 9-8 over Curl on down out of Albany. Hirsch Nichols' team gets the job done. Marilyn Goldstein's team, a valiant effort. Great run to the finish. And that certainly delivered in a final. That is exactly what you're hoping for out of a finals match. Very, very, very good game. Great curling. And thank you so much for hanging around and watching that with me here. We'll see if we can get you audio of the presentations of the trophies. Try and turn down the noise gate so you can actually hear all of the noise, and we'll bring the microphone as close to our master of ceremonies as we can. But we'll have award presentations coming up very soon as the winning team comes out into the warm room. Standing ovation from the crowd. Very well played. And just as a reminder, we will have award presentations shortly. Hopefully, you'll be able to listen along with us. We'll try and extend the microphone over as much as we can. Yeah, I think we'll be good. All right, so yeah, stick around and we'll have that for you shortly.
It's very steep.
Okay, we'll get this going so teams can get on the road if they want. Thank you all for coming. This was the 19th, so next year is the 20th. It will be great to get 16 teams here next year. Just spread the word that if you had fun, let other people know at your club or other clubs that you run into that this is a fun event. This was so popular last night, you know, we're toying with, hey, maybe it should just be The Ice is Right, should be the name of the Bonspiel. Maybe that's a survey, Andrea.
Not sailing team.
All right, we'll start with the fourth event. The McIsaac. The runner-up team, Megan Muller's team from Schenectady. Very, very nice.
I just want to say thank you to Andrea. Thanks to anybody but you. You did such a great job this weekend. Everything was awesome. Last night was amazing. You put so much work into this fun, so thank you. And thanks to the ice crew, everyone who did the food. This is Joy, my wife, Meg Friley, who was lead, and Sarah Plummer is her first Bonspiel. Our support animal is Ezekiel. Yay!
I don't recall.
And we'll get pictures behind the podium.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
So you might,
Yeah, I can do your
right? While they're getting the picture. The winning team of the McIsaac, Andrea Ward from Schenectady.
So my team is Lisa Naranta, vice, Louise Goodfellow, second, and Nina Stapleton, lead. We had fun curling together and enjoyed curling against you guys and with you guys. And thanks for coming to the Bonspiel. I'm glad that I think y'all had fun with the game show.
It looks fun.
Hope you come back next time and many times after that. So thank you. Thanks for coming. And so Rick Monroe made the Plinko board. We borrowed the wheel from Albany Curling Club, and Paula put the numbers and things on it. Paula made the Secret X game, and Paula made the Punch Bunch game. So she did a lot of hard work on this stuff. The food people, Mary, Todd, everybody, and Q here did all the commentating.
Oh,
yeah. Wonderful. Doing pictures, so there was a ton of people helping, and I don't think I could list everybody right now, but everybody.
And the ice.
So much.
And the ice cream.
And Tom at the bar, of course.
Yeah.
And Andrea for all her hard work and keeping the event going.
Stand up there, guys.
Okay.
We'll do the third event next. That's the Chew. The runner-up is Metcalf. Harlan McPhee. Can you bring the team up?
We just wanted to say thank you so much for this Bonspiel. We had a great time. 2 teams came up from Metcalf. We will spread the word. I'll introduce my team quickly as I carry on. This is Renee is my lead, Carol's second, I'm Skip Angie, and Narlin is third. We loved the commentary. All the guys at home were watching the live feed. They took a video of themselves watching the live feed. Thanks to all the volunteers. We also have a volunteer club. We know what it takes to run this, and it was amazing. Baskets were excellent. We cleaned up. Nice man, like everybody, it was so fantastic, and we'll probably be back. Like, such a great time.
And for your official picture,
Oh.
get behind the
Okay, get behind the podium.
Right. The 2 winners are Caitlin Januszewski's team from Schenectady.
I think one. Everyone's smiling. They won't be flinches. Okay. Yeah, perfect. There we go. Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. I mean, I'm not good at smiling, so what do I? Can't tell.
Yeah, I'm done. Just a second.
Thank you, everybody. All the usual suspects.
That one's attached.
I'm Caitlin. My vice is Faye. My second was Paula. My lead was Kathy. Thanks everybody for playing on such a nice weekend. You all showed up. That was really fun. So, thank you everybody, especially Andrea.
Yes,
And
Andrea.
we got the pretty pin. Yay!
For a change.
Do it knowing for a change. Stand
You
up.
guys can get that all right.
Hang on a second, hang on.
The B event is the Malak.
Very nice.
The runners-up is Elizabeth Brown's team from Nutbury.
Thank you.
So I'm Elizabeth Brown. This is my 3rd year vice, Joanne. Let's give her a hand.
Who's not Joanne?
My 4th year, second, Sandy Black. Also known as Flinko Girl. And this is Jean Murray. She was doing the 5 and unders with me. I'm now an 11 year. This is my 3rd time at Carosella, my 2nd time skipping, and we're getting better. Happy about that. We got some very exciting and competitive games. And I just couldn't believe how good my team was, and I wish I were that good. But maybe someday. Thank you for putting this on. This was amazing. I was just wow. I took some pictures. I want to bring home some ideas to our club, and I mean, I don't know if they would ever do a game show, but this is like so cool. Just blown away. So thank you to everybody, all the volunteers and the ice crew. And, yeah. Jay. Gotta get her pick.
Winners of the Malak are Amy Wagner's team from Albany.
Come on down. No, I'm fine. This is lovely.
Oh, yeah. So this is water for crystals.
Yeah.
And she
You
holds
can
it with one
combine
hand.
them.
This is like Ultron. I really like it.
It's terrifying. It is terrifying. All right, I'm just
Gonna
gonna
let it
try
train
to
the
face
face.
here.
So thank you to Schenectady and everyone that did all of the work you did, because like all of this was amazing. So thank you as always. Also, thanks to all of the teams we played this weekend. Like y'all were really fun, and I think you're like all here. So like, nice to all see you again. And thank you for curling and eye codes. We're coming for you next year. All right. All right. Are we just doing it?
Yep, behind contestants row.
No, sorry. I look y'all anyway. I get forgetful when I have to do this.
You can hold the trophy up. Yeah.
Or the base. Yeah, separate.
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
We're good.
All right, thank you. Oh, am I?
So the A event, the Carosella. Runners up, Marilyn Goldstein from Albany.
Be careful. Steph, I got a bet on you. Thank you.
I'm Marilyn from Albany. I've been coming to this Bonspiel since 2007, so 15 years on and off. I made it to the finals, but never the A finals before. So this is like, didn't win. I'd like to put in a request that we get a team to play against next year that misses a shot now and then. But it just gives us some place to go next year. So thank you for everybody. This was just so much fun. Every game was great. All the people were great. Game show was awesome. And we'll see you next year. Yeah. I always say somebody's name wrong. My vice is Wendy Berger. My second, Martha Neighbor. And my lead, Nancy Kirschler. We can just go like that. That's it.
Okay.
Don't lean back too far.
I won't. Okay. Everyone ready?
I'm less concerned because there's no water for Kristen.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
All right, the winning team, they changed their skip and vice around, but they are the defending champions. Back-to-back champions of the Carosella. Team Michael.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for all the work you put in. This was a great weekend and a ton of fun and we all really loved it. Everybody worked on the ice and the kitchen and the bar and everything was really great and it was really awesome. My lead was Kirsten, another Kirsten. My second was Emily. And my vice was my mom, Kathy.
It's all good.
Okay, everyone ready? Perfect.
Thank you.
been found. Special announcement. Got that? Sheet 3, pair of glasses.
Familiar.
All right. Thank you, everybody.